Thanks so much for staying tuned. For comments, feedbacks and inquiries, get in touch with us on any of the social media handles showing on your screen. We go next to the power sector, where the federal government has continued to intensify efforts aimed at expanding the nation's power grid with the expansion of the Akongba transmission station in Surulere, Lagos State. The new expanded capacity of the nation will take it to 960 MVA, a capacity that is more than what the distribution company can currently take.
This is the Akongba transmission station, the biggest in the Lagos region of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, with a former capacity of 660 MVA newly installed and with a further expansion of capacity from the 660 MVA to 960 MVA. The expansion is part of plans by the Transmission Company of Nigeria to continue to expand on the nation's power grid from what it was in 2,000 megawatts and further in the years ahead. The new expansion will ensure that distribution companies are able to get more unstable power to the final consumers. The expansion in capacity, according to the Assistant General Manager at Transmission Station, Charles Iwamadi, is across the spectrum of the station, which is a combined 132 kVA and 330 kVA station.
We used to have about 5 feeders. When I mean feeders, 33 kV feeders that gets to the consumers. But now we have had to upgrade the 33 kV feeders to 9. We have 9 number 33 kV feeders now radiating to the customers. From it tripled, yes, it's more than double. We used to have 4, but now we have 9. Give and take, it's more than double that has gone out to the 33 kV level.
The new improvements, according to him, will aid the operation of both the TCN and DISCOs it serves with better and more stable supply, and also increase in revenue accruing to both ends of the power value chain.
As when we added this to the total power that are deliverable to the consumers, used to be less than 80, but now it's 240 that should go to consumers. And out of that 240, even these 9 feeders are able to take just about 90 megawatts. Less than 90 megawatts from the 240. So we still have about 160 megawatts that are looking for, for consumption, for somebody to take. So in other words, with this addition now, we still have stranded 160 megawatts of power in this Akongba substation.
He maintained that the station now has enough capacity to offer DISCOs that it serves with only about 90 megawatts of electricity it can transmit, with a balance of over 160 megawatts of electricity stranded and not being evacuated with the attendant waste due to the present situation of being unable to store electricity.
Yeah, improved flexibility. You see, when you talk of when you add more power, you give room for redundancy. Redundancy so that when one is out, you will not feel it. You just bring the redundant one into operation. And that has actually given the stability that you mentioned, reliability and flexibility required in power sector. And that is why TCN actually is up on its game.
The new improvements were explained by Okoyai Sunday, who is a senior systems engineer with the company on 132 kVA end.
We have a manually controlled equipment, but recently, in the last 1 to 2 years now, it has been automated. So we can open and close most of our equipment via the computer system. No? We can open and close most of our equipment via the digital system, which is called the SCADA system. But where the automated control failed, we go to the switchyard. But in the meantime, in the recent time, we do most of our switching from the control room.
He added that the improvements have helped in enhancing operations and safety of personnel in the transmission station.
The contact is reduced because I do it, we send closing input or opening input into the system. So I don't have to go to the equipment like in the past, because now since it is automated, we operate from the system and just make a confirmation. I can stand at a distance and check, okay, what I have, the switching I carried out has been obtained. So I don't need to go to the equipment closely again. So we operate through the SCADA system, right from the control room. And when you do that, you only go outside for confirmation.
On the 330 kVA side of the station, the transmission officers said it has helped tremendously in making their work easier and also enhancing stability and safety.
There is what they call load rejection. Then the second one, they don't have the capacity to, they don't have the capacity to wheel out to consumers. We have impediments in the system. Consumers are complaining that we are not supplying them and have narrated the problem on ground. Basically, the district people, they are not supplying people, not that we don't have the generation or not that the transmission don't have the capacity to do that. It's as a result of load rejection and as a result of their underrated equipment.